All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Get right. Spot, no, red.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is 3rd and goal. Now this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
General West. 26, 36, 36. Kill.
Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
You can't block me.
Shotgun now for Manning. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Now it's Rodgers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Kareem Martin. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers lets this one rip toward Graham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, baby.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base. Check. Mike 42. Man,
That's trash. That's trash.
5.
To throw, it's Manning. And he whips that one incomplete there. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Rip right. Rip right.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
31's the mic. You. Hey, I 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd down and 4. Manning, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
He's coming, double up. Pick the edge. Come. Check 24, check 24.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Check 31.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
Looking for Shepard deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Davis now to return it.
Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Rodgers now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Rodgers going to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the whip. SOS.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the thing.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Check 52. Switch. Check. Crunch. Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. To throw is Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw on second and 10. Manning, his throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Cody Latimer. his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got right. We got right. Right here.
Hey, 626. Hey, Echo.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
You must be true. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, watch this.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Manning going to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Manning will try again on second down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Look at me. Zipper. Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Yes, yes.
Drop deep, drop deep.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Dean Lowry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Working from the gun, Manning. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
319.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
And the Packer 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
From the gun, Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Check. Hey, look at me. Go. Wide. Get wide. Joker. Snap.
Now Saquon Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
I got you.
On 2nd and 12, Manning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
51 to Mike.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit... And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Adams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 43-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Check, 93's the mic.
Rodgers now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And some room to roam now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
Mike 42, I'm coming after you. Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. I got you, boy. Mike 42.
Manning to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Topper!
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ready?
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a game of 10.
When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. Right? He can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now Rodgers. And it is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
80 weapons.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go. 60 or.
No. Check 3. Shift. Check next.
Hey, Sam off. Ready.
Again, it's Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on first down is Manning. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Record. Jim.
Go.
To throw again. Manning. Open man here, T.J. Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
60 outlaws. Leo.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
On first down, Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
50, plant.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, switch gears.
16-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Say it, go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Break. Rock it.
Hey, alert 3. Shit. What?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Able to split the uprights, and the Giants win the football game. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always